Gaffer, we're back to it this week. It's Walsall tomorrow night. What are your thoughts heading into that one?
Yeah, trip up to Walsall. 13 players out injured. But there's a lot of clubs. I don't know what the problems are at a lot of places. We're not the only ones with injuries. But the lads are all looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We've got a tough couple of weeks. Let's hope everyone gets behind us. It's easy to be negative about these things, and we have made a few mistakes in the past that have cost us games. But everybody, as soon as they put that shirt on, they want to win for the club.
Obviously, we had that week off. Do you think that was a positive to maybe just sort of take some time, reflect on the past couple of weeks, get that win in the friendly, and then obviously get a few players back towards fitness levels? As you said, 13 players out injured at the moment.
No, not really, because I think you've got to get back into it. It's our job, it's our living. You can't just take weeks off of work. If you was a bricklayer, you wouldn't be able to build again, would you? So no, we just want to get on it and get back. Let's get back to what we're doing, which is working at a football club.
Obviously, we had that friendly. It was good to see the likes of Reece Cox, Sam Matthews get some more minutes. There were obviously Reece scoring as well. How important is it that those sort of players get the minutes in games like that? Because, as you said, 13 players are injured at the moment, and we're heading towards that really, really busy period.
Well, it ain't rocket science, because I said right from the beginning when I first came in, we did start playing friendlies, which is, a lot of the boys would have got games, but obviously the COVID paid a lot of that because you couldn't travel to places. We've started trying to pick up again, but once again we're governed by the injuries that we got. So we've got players that are coming back who are not fit to play, and you're worried about if they play in games like that, they're going to get injured. But it's a catch-22. It resolves itself out. All things come out, but it's not that we're suddenly trying to reinvent the wheel, but friendlies are there for what you want to use them for. But we just haven't got players at the moment to play in them. That will come again, and it's like running a reserve side, which you've got no opposition at the minute, because other teams as well are very reluctant to put sides out because we're all going through the same thing.
Obviously James Tilley's been in the limelight in recent weeks. Obviously he was voted as the Crawley Reserve Player of the Month. How impressed have you been with him in the last couple of weeks?
No, I wouldn't say I've been impressed with him. James, he's got the ability. He's been impressed with himself because he's upped his work rate. I didn't want it. I signed James, so I know what he's got in his locker, and I know what I want him to do for here. And James now, 1 month don't make up his career. We have a good chat. We talk all the time, James, good and bad. And he's a good kid, he's working hard at his game. He's getting the rewards now for doing the extras. He's getting his rewards now because he's scoring goals. And he's a good player, but, he knows he's just started. There's a lot more to James than just what's gone on this month, but he thoroughly deserves it.
Yeah, and you mentioned that positivity. I'm sure the fans will be right behind us tomorrow night at Walsall.
I want the fans, everybody, to be right behind us, end of story. Nobody goes out there to lose, and yes, we ain't going to win every game. Yes, we are going to make cock-ups. Yes, we are going to do all the things. But so's the other teams. Let's just get all the fans behind us, good or bad. I get more frustrated and more annoyed than most of you when we lose, I should think. But the fans out there know that we all want to win. Sometimes, it makes me laugh when people talk about tactics and people talk about this. Okay, yeah, it is about tactics. If we're setting aside that, we know what we've got to win. But it's a big but. When you're picking from a pod of players that normally you'd like to think you'd be adding another 7. There's 7 players, regular players, that we can't pick at this moment in time. Let's just make sure that we all get back together again and start, all of us, enjoying our football again and start trying to get back up the league, because that's where we're aiming to go and that's what we want to do.